Today's guest has been living in the world of design, signage, and custom graphics since the early 2000s, working on everything from logos and apparel to custom muscle car wraps and racing stripes with stripe art. But beyond the commercial world, he's built a unique art style all on his own, using things like metal, rust, paint, and dark humor that feels like, and I quote, like as if Tim Burton and Ralph Steadman had a weird little art baby. He's worked with companies like Beatbox Beverages before the rise on Shark Tank with Mark Cuban, builds weird functional art, and is currently illustrating a children's book inspired by a Hungarian folk song. And if you're from Norfolk County or you've been to Norfolk County, this iconic Norfolk County image is hard to miss, but Ryan is the man behind it, and it is the famous Norfolk County map made of words of all the townships in the county. You've seen it on buildings and t-shirts, and also this beer glass here. And super iconic design that's been around for the last decade. But anyways, today's episode is a fun one. Here is Ryan Szucs.
Hey you, you're listening to Just Drew, Just Drew, Just Drew.
It's the daydreamer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to get picked on by a teacher for it. I would just daydream. But back in the day, they didn't really understand it, right? They thought ADHD was like either you're hyper and you can't sit still, and that's it. So he just thought I was a bad student. But I was daydreaming. So I was diagnosed as a kid with ADD, but now that I talk to people, it's all considered ADHD, and then there's the 3 or whatever 4 versions of it.
Yeah, there's a few different.
I don't mind this. I don't mind this one though. It's tough. Like you were saying, like at least for me, time management's huge.
Yeah, time management.
Yeah.
I struggle with all the time.
I have methods. They do help, but it's still really hard sometimes. And you know what? I only just started taking medication in my 30s for the first time ever. Yeah. Kind of raw dogging my whole life.
Yeah.
And but I don't take it on weekends because I like to have some drinks and caffeine as well, which you're not really supposed to mix with those kinds of medications. But I've noticed a huge difference. It depends on the person.
Yeah.
I think if you have good heart health, good blood pressure and all that stuff, like you can have coffee, you can have a drink.
Yeah.
But I don't know. People do though.
Oh yeah.
I just try to think long term,
Caffeine addict. So.
Oh yeah. What artist isn't?
Yeah. It's it's kind of like a learning curve with it. But I guess the proper term maybe to use is growing up and not ever knowing. And I wasn't hyper, so they're not like, you got to get this kid on Ritalin.
Yeah, you don't stick out at all.
Yeah, I was like just mellow, right? But it was all the get super interested in something. And
hyper obsessed.
Yeah. Oh, hyper obsessed. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, everything about one thing.
Yeah. And it's hard to shift to one thing and then back to it. You almost want to just do it all the time until it's finished.
Yeah. And you move on and then something else becomes
but that's not how life works.
Yeah. That's totally me.
You and me sound identical.
Yeah. And it's, so I guess the term I was thinking of is, I've been really good with masking, so I'm at like, hiding the trouble that you have and the focus and and then it doesn't help that when I commit to something that I find that I do well at it. So in college, I went to college for graphic design and was lucky enough I got into doing actual graphic design and doing what I do now halfway through college.
Yeah.
So but with college, I would procrastinate, like hardcore. We're talking like the night before doing like a full-on illustration, hand illustration.
The urgency is kind of where you find your flow.
And for me, that's where the ideas and the creativity, and it comes out, you give me 4 weeks to like do like a logo for somebody. Week 1, 2, and 3, I'm surfing YouTube. I'm like outside doing something, playing with my son. I'm whatever, anything but, because it's like I've got tons of time. And then the last week comes, it's like, oh crap, I got to get, some mock-ups and this and that. And it's like sometimes I'll commit to the project right from the start and I'll pick away at it. But yeah, the I don't want to use the term genius because I'm far from that, but like the creative and the juices flow when it's like the pressure's on.
Absolutely.
And the thing with college was I did it all the time with projects and everything like that, and it never taught me like, hey, you need to take more time and you got to not procrastinate, because the procrastination, I always got like almost close to perfect on everything. So then I was like, well, that doesn't teach me anything, because then it's like, keep doing what you're doing, man. It's working. And then I'm like, oh no.
As long as you can handle that stress when it's getting really tight. Yeah. I don't see anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
And, have you missed deadlines before? Is it pretty rare?
It's rare to miss a deadline.
I don't see why. Change it then.
Yeah, no. It's like, if
I don't know.
Broke, don't fix it.
I guess. That might look crazy to other people, but
I know.
That sort of flow state or time organization discipline, comes naturally to others, where, it's almost like a physical pain if you do it too early and you're like, well, I have so much time. I could be doing everything else, right?
And then
struggles.
Yeah, and then if you happen to have that like strive for perfection, which usually comes with that too.
Yeah. Do you have some of that?
Oh yeah. So if you get working on something early and you've got too much time, like, because if I'm given 4 weeks for a project, that's a lot of time. And the odd time I will work on it right away if I'm really into it. Mm-hmm. If it's something that I'm not too into, that I'll definitely drag my feet. But if you've got lots of time, then that perfectionism, you pick away at something.
Do you go through a lot of drafts?
Yeah, I will. Like, so some people will do like hand sketches and like plot what they're gonna do. Me, I'll open up like say Illustrator, and I'll have the whole workspace, and everything is on like one layer, and it's just everywhere. Like I'll have like, if I wanna like work with fonts, I'll have like 20 of them that I feel like fits the vibe of them, and they're just like all over. And then I'll start working on like, if there's like, I want to start working on like symbols and like logo marks and stuff like that. Then I've got like all kinds of like shapes here, and then I've got this over here. And it's basically like if you were to set out like your desk, it's just a mess, but it's like on my workflow.
Have you ever used Milanote? Do you know what Milanote is?
No.
I'll have to show you.
Okay.
It's a digital version of that.
Oh, okay.
All in one place.
Yeah.
And it's very visual, which is why I like it. And you can sort of pile all your ideas sort of in an organized space, all kind of subcategorized how you want. You can put an image here and a note here and a document here, and it's all in like one project. And then you kind of use that as like your home base sort of. Okay. And then you jump into, so, if I'm editing a video, I might have like maybe some story images here, maybe a couple notes, maybe some notes on this person. And then I'll go over into whatever you're using, Premiere, and then start editing and just reference. Okay. I'll show you it after.
Yeah,
that's how I organize the whole podcast.
All right.
Is with Milanote.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And I don't like, and I work on like that big space like that because I never like to throw anything out. 'Cause I'm like, well,
you never know.
This doesn't work out, then I need to keep this because I might want to go back and like go back 5 steps and like take it in this direction and.
Yeah.
So
I learned this from a mentor of mine, but at least for like projects, for video projects, every time I jump back into the project, I'll duplicate it and then I'll rename it today's current date. Oh, okay. So you have revisions of the project as it's going in time. And if you want to go 3 weeks back in time in the project, you can do that and grab it and pull it into the current one.
Oh, okay.
Just like I was like, oh, it's so simple. Never thought of doing that. Like,
yeah, no, that's That's great.
Yeah.
I was always taught in school, so with my files, like the one organizational plus that I do have is I've got like, I'll make multiple folders and it'll be like assets, my working files, proofs, drafts, proofs and drafts are like kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
And then like final. And so then I know like I can easily find like the photos and stuff because sometimes you can get a little, if you get working too fast, you're like, where did I put that picture that I'm supposed to?
That's one of my favorite things is when I'm hanging out with other creatives, I'm like, how do you organize yours?
Yeah.
Can I see your, can I see your file folder?
Yeah. So I got like my assets where I have like, my inspirational pick, like I'll go through and I'll do like, like, oh, I thought of this like one album cover that I thought like, that vibe might fit this project. So I'll like have pictures and
nice.
Examples of logos and everything just all shoved in this folder so then I can go through and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Before we get too far, do you want to crack open a beer here?
Yeah, sure.
Enjoy these glasses.
I feel like my voice is very raspy. But
I think we need beer to help it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I did just get over like a crazy like sinus infection and stuff like that. So maybe that's I feel it's like sometimes at this point it's like Phoebe off that episode of Friends where she's got the sexy voice. Yeah. I'm not saying I don't sound sexy or anything like that.
I don't know, Ryan. I don't know. We'll let the people decide.
My wife will come and hunt them down.
Let's get a glass.
Yeah, awesome.
So, what do we got? What do we have here?
All right.
This is a very famous image.
Yeah, this is the map that a lot of people have seen around. I designed.
This is kind of like one of the OG, if not the original, Norfolk
kind of
design.
Like, yeah, I remember when I was doing this, there wasn't very much around. I think the only other kind of local design that was out was there was that guy, I drawn a blank on what his name was, but he had the
Ain't No Folk?
Ain't No Folk like Norfolk, and it had like the antlers on the crest or something.
I still see a lot.
Yeah, there's I do see the odd person still wearing them, but I don't think they're producing it anymore.
No, I've dug into it. He's very hard to find. I know of him. I don't know his full name. If anybody knows him, send me a DM. So many people have asked us, and sometimes I confuse the folks. They're like, oh, are you making this design? I'm like, no, this was another guy like that predated us by like a decade. And unfortunately, I don't think he makes it, but I also can't seem to find him.
Oh, okay.
I know he lives in Hamilton, and I think he's a paramedic now.
Oh, he's a Hamilton guy.
Yeah, he lives in Hamilton now.
Was he originally from Norfolk?
The only reason I know this is my dad's a paramedic, and he worked an overtime shift with his wife.
Oh, okay.
I think they might be both paramedics, or I might be confusing it. Maybe it's just his wife. And I tried to like figure out who it was. I couldn't figure it out. And I like DM'd his Instagram because he was kind of active during like 2020, 2021 COVID.
Yeah.
And I can't get a hold of him. So I would for sure like buy the rights to it, or, like share the profits, or like so many people ask me for it. I'll happily make it.
I'm sure a lot of people would still be interested because a lot of people loved it.
I just don't want to make it without sort of his blessing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Even though it's not, I'm sure it's not copyrighted, but like it doesn't feel right to just make it and profit off it. So so I grabbed some beers here. Unfortunately, there were no local beers, so I had to grab like Ontario beers, but I thought we might like review some design here. Do you think that'll be fun?
Oh, sure, why not?
Yeah, okay. All right, hand me a beer.
Okay. Just like,
actually, hand me that one on the other side with the brown sort of ribbon around the top. Is that? Oh, maybe it's towards you actually. That one, the first one. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of this one?
Nickelbrook. Yeah. Actually, headstock. Actually, the first time I tried that was, I want to say I don't know, it might have been like 2017 at Eat Drink Norfolk.
Okay.
I think it was Nickelbrook had a booth at Eat Drink Norfolk.
I have a soft spot for Nickelbrook. They're from Burlington, so pretty much Hamilton. Sorry, Burlington people. And I think it was one of the first breweries in the province, like microbreweries. And I was just kind of turning 19 when like the microbrewery thing started
Oh, okay.
expanding, and me and my cousin, this is sort of how I got into beer, was like specifically this brewer, and he brought me this beer, and it's I believe it's 7%.
Oh.
And I was like, is that even legal? And it was sort of like, the microbrewery thing was exciting. Everybody was making these beers because they were used to 4% Bud Light.
Yeah.
And so anyways, that's my story. And I went there for my birthday, and at the time they didn't have like a full serving license. I don't know all the laws behind it, but they can't charge you for samples. So you'd go there and you would get free beer samples.
Oh.
It was just like the loophole in the legality of serving. And,
Yeah.
But anyways, and I this logo's never changed either.
No,
I kind of like the
sure,
rustic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's Nickelbrook's. Yeah, that's cool.
And I like these. What made you go with the beer can shaped glasses?
The beer can glasses.
Yeah.
One reason. Let me just set this down here. I'll set this for a second. The beer can glasses came about. I'm not a big fan of pint glasses that are super heavy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't like them. So, and I was like, I want to make it on a glass and a beer glass, and something that somebody that drinks beer is going to be like, yeah, I want a couple of those for my drink collection.
Yeah.
And so I was hunting down companies that could produce it for me, and I found this company out of, I think they're like Mississauga. It's over by the airport somewhere. And so I was checking out their website, and then I saw these, and it's like beer can glass, and I was like, oh, it's practically a tall boy without the lid. I was like, this is great. And I had never used them before. And so I ordered up a batch of them, and they sold. I don't know where I originally sold them through, or if I just sold them myself and put it out there online. People contact me.
You sell through yourself currently?
I sell through myself, and actually, my neighbor, Steph Meisner, owns Cottage North Soap.
Oh, no kidding.
Well, now it's North Shore Soap.
Yes.
She switched up the name a bit.
Yes.
And so she carries them through there.
Do you know why they switched the name? Because I do.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So the original name, I feel like I can share this because anyone can look it up. If you put the original name in, a porn site will come up.
That's right. She did tell me that.
Which is so strange.
Yeah. What it was, and actually, okay, so I have bad recall, but just you saying that brings everything back. It's like flick that switch in my brain. Okay, so Steph was telling me that when she bought the business from Dory Lynn, the previous owner, I think maybe Dory Lynn and being busy and all that, I think the renewal of the website, she didn't get on it and renew it. And so then one of those
but why?
Scammers snatch it up, and then it's like, oh, you can pay us whatever,
$2,000 for this.
Yeah, you can have it back.
Otherwise, it's porn.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's So she's like, don't go and check out what our website currently looks like and I was like, well, why is that? She's like,
that's so crazy.
And so then I was like, ooh.
Would that be blackmail? If I didn't renew the folks' website in time, someone grabbed it, $10,000, or we're going to make this a porn site. That's got to be, there has to be something around that it's not legal. That's like extortion.
Yeah, kind of, except they didn't technically steal it from you.
They purchased it.
Yeah. You pulled
I guess that act isn't illegal, but then asking them for an exuberant amount.
I would say
that's so shitty.
I don't know if there's any legalities there, but what it is that I would
pirates.
classify it as I'd classify it as kind of ethical,
Oh, it's completely unethical.
Kind of douchey.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but it's
how badly do you want it?
In a way, it's kind of it's the capitalist way of doing it. It's I need to make some extra money. I'll pay $30 and register this name, and then let's just play the waiting game and see if they want it back.
Yeah, you hear about that all the time, like these random people having these URLs of huge billion-dollar corporations.
Yeah.
And some of them don't budge. They're like, nah, you keep it then. We're not giving you shit.
Yeah, for sure.
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
Yeah, I don't negotiate with terrorists.
The reason I like these beer glasses is because of the indentation at the top. It fits your lip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it just kind of hugs your lip like a little teddy bear hugging.
Yeah, a nice little hug. I'm going to open this one up.
Oh,
I just...
this is not for the faint of heart, but this is like gold.
Yeah, the headstock's really
it's
good.
Bitter. I like it, though.
I'm not a high alcohol content fan. Like, I've had some of those like crazy stouts
10%.
or whatever where it's like 10, 12%.
Yeah,
like,
it's like syrup at that
point.
point.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
So I got this because I picked this one out, Cowbell, because I like Cowbell, but I've never actually had this one before.
No.
And I like dark beers.
Yeah.
Which, I'm going to crack this open here.
Oh, that noise.
I love dark beers.
Yeah.
And my favorite, and the one thing that always like kind of I find interesting is you always hear people talk about Guinness, and they're like, "Oh, Guinness, it's like a meal. You gotta chew it practically." It's like, what planet are you on? Because Guinness is smooth and it's actually very light, surprisingly light for.
It's if I'm having a night out, like let's say we're celebrating some birthday and we're hitting bars, we're bar hopping.
Yep.
I will have 3, 4 in a row sometimes. I don't know why. I understand why people say that because it's dark and maybe it seems heavy to them, but like it's one, it's nitrogen, not carbon dioxide, so you get less bloated, I find, especially if you're drinking it off a draft, which I almost strictly drink.
Yeah, I do prefer draft.
100%. Less carbonated.
And then there's like some beers where you can have 3 different versions of the beer. You can have draft, bottle, and can. And it's like there's only one real good way to have it.
Yeah,
and it's
draft.
Usually draft.
Yeah, and I watched this guy break it down sort of, and it's because when they pour it out of the draft, it sort of breaks up the carbonation a little bit. And when you pour it out of a can, if you don't pour it properly, like you actually kind of want to get some of that foam and that head on the beer. Otherwise, you drink it and then it's just doing that in your stomach.
Sitting like a rock.
Just droop.
Ride one of Southwestern Ontario's largest trail networks with the Turkey Point Mountain Bike Club. TPMBC is a not-for-profit powered by volunteers who are dedicated to building and maintaining a safe, sustainable, and low-impact trail network in the Carolinian forests of Norfolk County. With over 90 kilometers of trails in Turkey Point and the surrounding area, there's a little something for everyone. From mountain bikers and trail runners to hikers and birders and outdoor enthusiasts of all kinds. With over 650 members, generous sponsors, volunteers, and landowners, TPMBC is not only dedicated to good riding, but also responsible trail stewardship and conservation that helps keep the forests healthy for everyone that uses them. And the experience goes beyond the trails. The network is surrounded by beaches, breweries, wineries, and everything else the Turkey Point area has to offer. Whether you're new to the sport or have been riding for years, TPMBC offers a welcoming community and an incredible place to explore. Visit tpmbc.com to learn more and become a member today. Now, back to the episode. Yeah.
I actually saw a video on, I want to say Instagram, and it was, I think it was this girl that was dating somebody that was Irish, and she's like, I impressed him. I poured the Guinness out of the can proper, and I do it at home now. And now my wife came on St. Paddy's Day. We just stayed home, and I picked up a couple of Guinness from the LCBO, and you crack it open, you put the glass on it,
like a DQ Blizzard.
Yeah, and you just flip her right upside down. And it goes and it pours, and then you let it sit. And it's like got the perfect amount of head on it.
They figured it out.
I was like,
they put that
this
little ball
genius.
in there.
Yeah, the little capsule. Yeah. And I was like, that's genius.
Yeah.
And it works, and it never like makes a mess or anything, and you don't have to like pour the thing and then slowly, you know, do the, and yeah, but with the Guinness, it works perfect. And I was like, that's awesome.
I like, I've been really into Tyler's from Wishbone. He has like a peanut butter stout. Have you had it?
No.
Oh my God, man.
Oh, I haven't got out to any of our local breweries in like probably half a year.
A little while.
Yeah. But I like pretty much all our there's certain beers that I like from all our breweries around the area.
Yeah.
And then there's some like I can't do IPAs.
I get that.
It's
I
not
drink...
that I'm a armpit licker, but to me it's like if you lick someone's armpit. I don't know.
I get it.
Weird,
It's
weird analogy, but
it's very intense. It's almost the only thing I can really relate it to is like Campari or Aperol in cocktails. Campari's so it's very refreshing, but it's so bitter. But some people like that, and you take the first sip and you kind of get used to it. Same with like, you know, people like sour things, other people don't, spicy. So I feel like it's kind of in that same universe, you know. It is generally, I'd say, pretty bitter, very strong, very potent. Kind of like goes up in your nose and you smell like citrus and you're like, oh.
The hops are
intense.
Yeah, they're very intense for sure.
Who was it? Was it Tyler? I think he has a new Pilsner, and it almost reminded me of, he made it in a very weird style with this different kind of yeast, like a yeast you use for a lager.
Okay.
And it turned out sort of like a non-bitter IPA. So you still get those like citrusy aromas, but you're not getting, you know, the beer doesn't really bite you back that much. And I was like, this is interesting. I ordered a second one. It was very good. Don't know the name of it.
Oh, okay.
I go to trivia there sometimes. Okay. Every few Sundays.
In Waterford? They've got
Tyler's
the location now at Eco.
That's where he brews out of, like a secondary brewery location.
And they serve all the Wishbone there too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think they also serve other beers as well.
Okay.
But, you know, he's just exploded in popularity, and his beer, like, he doesn't miss. This guy doesn't miss. Him and his brewmaster. Yeah. They're just on it. He's obsessed.
They got the passion, eh?
Him and same with Jeff Concession, and they're really close buddies, so I find they sort of very passionate, obviously. And he just needed more brewing capacity, so expanded out there.
It's unfortunate to see
yeah, I know.
Hometown.
I know. You know what? Like, those guys are busy guys.
Oh yeah, like I know two of them. Like, probably Matt the most.
Okay, I'm pretty close with all of them,
business wise, and then Dusty a little bit.
Yeah,
I helped him
Dusty.
work on a Christmas present for his then girlfriend at the time. It was like
now wife and mother of two.
Wife and mother of two.
Yes,
time flies.
Oh my God, crazy. Man!
And then there was the third guy. I don't even know his name because I never
Tommy?
met him. Tommy.
Yeah,
that's right, Tommy. I never even met him.
Yeah,
but,
they're all great. Yeah. Great dudes. You know, grew up here, love the area. You know, grew up as farmers and just, you know, as Norfolk as it gets.
Yeah, and I know. I see that they're crazy busy. So it
work, family life. You know, it's hard.
It was a shocker, but it made sense. I was like, oh, these guys, they've got no time.
Yeah, it comes to a point where you might have a lot of projects going that you're really passionate about, but you got to pick one.
Yeah.
And so which do you pick, right?
Yeah.
You know,
it's it's the same with me. We had our son Charlie, and leading up to him arriving, and then the first 4 years or so, it was like I had my regular day job, which thankfully I do design all the time, like through that, but my personal side of things, it almost came to a screeching halt, other than like ordering beer glasses and like projects like that.
You have to prioritize.
Yeah, you got to prioritize.
It sucks. It sucks, but you have to sacrifice something.
Yeah, it sucks. You got to make sacrifices, but it all pans out in the end, and it's worth it. Like, he's one of the coolest kids I've ever met.
Right?
The coolest kid.
Right.
And it's been a little bit of work too, because he's on the spectrum. So he's.
Is he into art at all? Is he into what you do?
So maybe he's Yeah, he is in a sense. He's not into like hand art and stuff like that, but he's picked up, and I'm not sure if he's picked it up from me or not, or if it's maybe just like kind of genetically passed through, but he's obsessed with logos.
Okay.
Yeah, and
I only ask because a lot of people, especially like I have a cousin who's also on the spectrum, almost savant-like sometimes with certain things.
Yeah, he will recreate different logos, and we'll like do like we'll find things online where it's like questions and logo like quizzes, and it's like every single one, and it's not something that I really do like in front of him and like work on at home when he's like awake and stuff. So I'm like, I don't think he's like really like kind of absorbed it from me, but he's gotten it somehow, and he's just like obsessed.
Yeah.
He knows like everything. Like he can even name some that I'm like, and he's like, oh, blah, blah, blah.
What a healthy thing to be obsessed with.
Well, yeah.
And plus you can kind of bond over it, right?
Yeah.
Because you can weigh in, you make logos.
Well, one time I was like, okay, I don't want him like getting stuck on YouTube and watching all this crap or whatever like that. I was like, okay, we got to do something. And he likes to read and stuff like that. And so I'm like, I know what I'm going to do. We're going to get out the crayons and the paper, and I cut them into squares. And I was like, you name me a logo that you like, and then I'll try and draw it.
Oh, nice.
And so we did, and like Kim was at work, and she comes back, and we had like made a booklet that was like this thick, and I had like drawn, and then
Just
I was
in
like,
one session.
and she's like, oh, you guys were working on logos. And I was like, yeah, actually it was nice because he was kind of like it was like an exercise.
Yeah.
But then I was like entertaining him too. I was like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
So
That's great, man.
Yeah. And then
Keep encouraging it.
Yeah,
for sure.
And he's gotten into piano. He takes piano lessons now. And he's
how old is he right now?
He's 5. He'll be 6 at in the end of April.
Nice. And how's he enjoying the piano?
He likes it. He's sticking with it. We want to expose him to all kinds of things and see like kind of what he likes.
What does he like?
I'm not going to be like that dad that's like, you're going to be a hockey player. You're going to win the Stanley Cup. And,
I have the exact same mindset, sort of expose them to as much as possible. Yeah. My parents did that as well. You know, they show me baseball and soccer, and they very quickly find out what I like and don't like.
Yeah. We signed him up for T-ball when I'm going to say he was maybe 3 or just turned 4.
Yeah.
I can't remember. And it was the very first practice or the team thing, and they like had a mock game and everything like that. And he's standing out like by second base, and he's like looking at rocks and then, not really doing much. And then they come in, and it's their turn to like go up to bat and stuff like that. And they all come to the bench, and I'm watching. He like kind of sneaks around and stuff like that, and he's playing with another little kid. They're like climbing on the bleachers and running around, and I was like,
here's my opinion on T-ball. I also played T-ball very young. And my parents were like, you did not like it. You were out in outfield, just sitting on the ground on your ass, looking at your glove. And I was like, here's the thing. It's because in T-ball, usually when you have a 4 or a 5-year-old, 6-year-old up, it's not going to make it out there. It's pretty rare. And so you're bored. And so I never got into baseball as a kid. But as I got into my like mid to late 20s, now I do play baseball, and I love it. It's one of my favorite sports. But it's a little different when you're an adult and you have these men cranking balls out to the field. As an outfielder, it's exciting.
Yeah.
As a 4-year-old, it's very boring.
Yeah.
Obviously, some kids get really into it and just play professional. And I had a cousin who, tore his arm pitching AAA. But that's how it is sometimes. You can always fall back in love with it when you're older.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to pressure him. If he's not a sports kid, then he's not a sports kid. If he's an art kid, he's an art kid. Great.
Yeah.
If he's, he's...
he can be both, too.
He can... I'm
definitely both.
Yeah. I'm almost too, like it's like a little excessive. I'm into everything. I need to almost kind of like pick what I really want to be into.
You and me are very similar.
I think so. It sounds like that for sure. I've, because like where I work at Stripe Art there, and my co-workers, great. We like share the big office area, and we're working, but we're talking the whole day, and it's great. And he's a musician, and he's like crazy good at playing like multiple instruments, and that's his focus. And I'll be like, oh, did you see the Leaf game or stuff like that? And he's like, no, I didn't. And it's like,
I don't watch sports.
Yeah.
I play the sports. I play like 4 to 5 different sports. I don't watch any of them on TV. Nothing. Zero.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. It's
it's another time.
It's a lot of time. I'd rather edit a video or watch a movie that's been nominated for the Oscars, or go back and forth on a new folk design with Eric than sit down and watch football for 3-4 hours, But if you want to say, hey, do you want to go to a football game and drink some beer and eat popcorn? I'm like, absolutely. I do.
Right? It's all about the experience.
It's about the experience and the atmosphere and the energy. I don't want to watch it on TV. I would rather go and play football and throw football outside in the backyard than watch it on TV.
Yeah. I find myself, I watch a bit at night, and then if Charlie's gone to bed and Kim's working, or she's home or something like that, but she's reading a book or something, and I'm like, I might sit on my computer and work, and then I'll have like the games on and stuff like that. And but the only one that I'm kind of like religiously, I watch it even if it's during the day, is the NFL.
Oh, so you're a big football guy.
I love football.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I guess I have since I remember playing it in the schoolyard and stuff like that. We would play it on recess, but I've never really been like so into it as I have like since like maybe like my mid-20s.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just all of a sudden I was like,
who's your team? Just so I can get some hate from all the other
hate from everybody.
Yeah. Who's your team?
I like the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, okay.
And
I feel like most people around here do.
Yeah, it's kind of like you're either Bills or
it's the
Lions.
Unofficial Canadian NFL team.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. They even have like a whole thing now with like Toronto, the Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment to like promote
kind of cross
promote. Yeah, and then I also like cheering on the New Orleans Saints, because some friends of mine that before Charlie was around, stuff like that, were like religiously hung out and was into the New Orleans Saints.
Okay.
So I'll cheer for them, and we've been a couple of times down there, and it's a great city too. So
Buffalo,
I like to cheer for them.
New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yes, I've heard nothing but amazing things.
Yeah.
Never been.
Yeah.
Food, music, art, jazz.
Yeah,
all that
it's
stuff.
Great.
Yeah.
Street art. There's a bit, well, not anymore. There was a Banksy down there.
Was there really?
He did the famous, the girl with the, she's holding the umbrella, and then it's just raining.
That was in New Orleans?
Inside. Yep.
Did somebody cut it out?
When we went 2 years ago in October, and I was like, we're going to go and see it. I want to show it to you. To Kim, we went down there, and so we're like in the Buffalo airport getting ready to go down, and I'm like searching up to see where exactly it was again. And it was in like the Marigny neighborhood, and it had been like maybe that summer they had covered it up, because probably the owner's planning on cutting it out, because that's what a lot of people do, is they cut it out of the wall.
Do any Banksies last, or they're just worth too much money?
Some of them do. There's actually a website, and it's like a map, and it lists all the Banksies, and it'll tell you if it's like still able to, you're able to go see it, if it's, if it doesn't exist anymore or whatnot.
Can I propose a scenario to you?
Sure.
Hypothetical. You're an artist.
Mm-hmm.
You appreciate art. If you owned a building,
yes,
and all of a sudden a Banksy appeared on it, and it was worth $200,000, would you leave it?
To be honest with you, I would leave it, because the money's great, but then you're going to spend the money, and then what do you have? You got nothing. So I would keep, and I'm also like, stuff like that, I would rather have it, even though like you could have the money. I would keep it, but I would want to have to do something that nobody can
Almost
deface it and damage it.
glass it in like the Da Vinci.
Yeah, or like cover it up with some bulletproof glass or something.
Or hear me out. Cut it out, but bring it into your building or like your own art gallery, and let people pay to come see it.
Oh, you can make money off it.
If you're thinking like a capitalist,
yeah, for sure.
Or but if you cut it out and protected it,
yeah,
then people wouldn't cut it out in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
My whole thing is it's like there's the opportunity for the money,
right?
But I'm also like, what if one day I was to like meet the guy that's actually, which there's that whole story that's just come out.
We should touch on that.
But I'm like, or if he like come in and was like, or anyways, if you cross paths, I would much rather like have it and like know that, because his whole thing that I believe I've heard, there's a statement that it's like it's for everybody. So he's not a huge fan of it being taken out and like relocated.
Well, and that's
so,
the
like,
whole story behind the shredded auction painting,
piece, yeah.
Which in return, I don't know if he anticipated this, but it is now worth more money.
It is, yeah, because it's originally been done by him, and then it was orchestrated, like this whole other thing orchestrated by him.
For those listening on your way to work, or maybe you're getting groceries, there was an auction, and there was a Banksy. It was the famous one with the balloon.
Girl with the balloon.
Okay, in a frame, and it was up for auction, and it was going for millions of dollars. And as it was sold, he had some kind of remote button, and as it got sold for X amount of millions of euros, it started, the frame itself was a shredder, and it started coming out the bottom of the frame shredded. And then all the gasp in the auction are like, and I don't know if his intention was like exactly this, like I'm trying to prove a point here, like fuck you, fuck capitalism, this is for everybody, art's for everybody. But what happened is it is now worth way more money.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I saw like there's the pictures and stuff, and like he had like crafted the shredder into the frame, and
yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
And I saw this clip from 2011, and he hired this guy in New York City, and he had just this have you seen it? Regular pop-up?
Yeah.
All original Banksies, and nobody was stopping by. He just hired like a regular guy.
Yeah. Somebody selling them, and then
nobody wanted them.
Yeah, there was this one woman bought like 2 or 3 of them, and they were like, what were they, $40 or $60? They were like, they were like, for a piece of art, it was like nominal. It was small, and
it's sort of like that argument. Like, do you think how much of art is subjective?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because do people want to buy his stuff merely because it's that phenomenal, or do they want to buy his stuff because of this lore behind his name? Oh yeah, it's definitely his name is like it's a huge brand. It's like the Leonardo da Vinci. Like I'm not a painter, so I can't really weigh in, but like quality wise, how good is it? Is it just famous because it got stolen out of the Louvre once and it was painted by Leonardo da Vinci himself? Or is it really like an amazing painting? Or is it both? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. It has a lot to do with the story, though. Oh, yeah, for sure. And then there's like some like, isn't there like a whole like mystery behind it too? Did he really paint it? Or who was it he painted it of? Or is it supposed to be like a self-portrait or something like that? Is she smirking? Is she not smirking? Yeah. I'd have to ask, actually, my stepson, Cooper, he just came back yesterday. They landed with Simcoe Composite School. Okay. There was like 22 students, and they just went and they did Paris for like 4 days. Oh, my God. And then they went to Vimy Ridge, and then I think Flanders Fields. Is he into history much? He is totally a history kid, and he's like anything to do with like wars and like all that. So that was his favorite part. Yeah. And so he was just there like all last week, and so they did that, and then they went to Amsterdam, and they went to like the Anne Frank house. Lucky kid, man. Yeah. Have you ever been? 17. I haven't been to any of those countries.
I've been over to Hungary. I've been to England, and then when I was in Hungary, I took a train through and into Romania, and then met up with some friends, and then it was a friend of a friend from here that she is originally Romanian.
I love that.
And he like drove us around through the mountains, and we went and stayed in like the city that's like up on like a hilltop. It's called, I don't know if I'm going to say this right, Shigashora. And that's where Vlad the Impaler was born.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so there's like a bust of him on like this thing. And then the weird thing is I was walking around this Shigashora at night, and it's all dark, and there's like cool lighting in this town. And it's like a walled part of the town that's up on top of the mountain. There's like the old part, and then the new part's all down below. But so you're walking around up here, and we stayed in a hotel up in the old. And there's this bust of Vlad the Impaler on the edge of this like mountain, and then there's like this old building, and there's a bar in there down below, and it's all like neon lit, the sign, and it's like a small neon lit sign, and you get this vibe. It's like or maybe it's just my imagination going, and I was like, it's like a vampire bar. And like,
because he was the inspiration for Dracula, right?
Yeah, the inspiration for Dracula.
Could I ask you a favor?
Sure.
Could you put those beers back in the fridge?
Oh yeah,
just
absolutely.
Just in case. Might as well.
No one likes warm beer.
No. I saw it sitting there. I was like, we should slide her back in there. Does that fit? Beautiful, man. Thank you so much.
Perfect.
Ta-da.
Awesome. I'm going to hold my beer so I can drink more of it.
How is that beer?
It's actually really good.
What, is that the cherry porter or the vanilla?
This is, excuse me, burp. It's a oatmeal vanilla black lager.
Vanilla. You enjoying it?
Yes.
It's
good, and it's light. It's another case of like, it's like you ain't chewing it. It's light.
That's why I like the black lagers. There's one made in Niagara.
Silversmith.
That's the one.
So good.
That's the first black lager I've ever had, and I was like, I didn't know this even existed. And I think if people want a darker beer and they don't want to feel so full, like they say from Guinness, a lager versus a stout, that's where you're gonna get that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
The Silversmith Black Lager. That's one of our favorites.
It's so smooth.
It's very good.
Yeah. I've never been, but I should go. I should go.
Yeah, it's in like a cool old church with like stained glass.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh.
Yeah, they got good food too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Nice, man. This has been a great combo so far.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I know we've been trying to set this up. Life's hard.
I think it was like our original like plan was like for October.
Was it that? Have we been talking for that long?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, for sure.
It's like,
when was the Friday the 13th last year? Was it September?
Maybe. Is that kind of when we started talking? We ran into each other. Yeah.
You guys had the booth down from us, and then talking to you guys there, and then saw you in Delhi,
right?
Like
at Lounge.
Later that day. Yeah, and you're like, you know what? Contact me sometime. I wouldn't mind having you on the podcast.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then I contact you, and then I think at that time, then we were like setting up for the 1 month, and then November I ended up going on vacation down to Florida, and then so we had to readjust, and then something about Christmas and
then COVID.
Yeah.
Or one of us got sick. I think I got the flu. Did you get sick?
Yeah.
Okay, because I got the flu as well.
Yeah.
It was bad.
January, I believe.
Yeah, that's when I got it.
Yeah.
It was rough, man.
It was.
I was supposed to go to an Arkells concert in Niagara and then a casino, and I had to cancel the entire night, and I was sick the whole weekend. Took the Monday off work. It was rough.
Yeah, it's rough. I've never been so sick in a short period of time.
Oh my God.
I always just like to joke and be like, when you got young kids, they go to school and it's like, it's just a petri dish.
Yeah.
They just bring all kinds. It's like a cocktail they bring home.
But maybe now you will have a very strong immune system.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be like, I'll be good for at least
licking
next
lots
year.
of armpits now.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got into such a natural convo. I was gonna start it with a quote. Do you mind if I read? This is a quote you sent me from your bio.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Just so people can kind of get a feel for what your art is like.
Okay.
Because we haven't quite dove into that yet.
No.
So you sent me this and you said, I mess around with building things. I made a working lamp out of an old guitar chain, tobacco wood, and an English Edison bulb. I just like figuring out how to make weird ideas actually exist. And then later you said the end result usually lands somewhere in the fun, in something fun but slightly dark zone, like if Tim Burton and Ralph Steadman had a weird little art baby.
Yeah.
So where do you have this lamp, or did you sell it?
Okay, so I know where it is, and I know the people who have it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's sold. But actually, I'm gonna keep holding my beard. I was gonna.
Yeah,
set it
good
down.
choice. Good choice.
So there's the local musician, Tia McGrath. Are you familiar with her?
Familiar.
Yeah. I'm like really good friends with her and her husband Tommy.
They're from Dover?
She's originally from like Dover. I think she like grew up Radical Road.
Okay.
And her parents actually they actually built from the ground up, from just a wood lot. They built Pine Valley.
Oh, no shit.
Golf course, yeah. So yeah, she's originally from Norfolk. She's a Norfolk kid, and she met her husband Tommy. He's American, and they met in Nashville because he's a songwriter.
Oh.
Yeah. So
okay.
and then they moved back here. They're based out of Norfolk, and actually, when I first started working at Stripe Art 13 years ago, Tommy, his other than music, he was working at Stripe Art. And then I got to meet them through there. And
for people listening, what is Stripe Art?
Stripe Art is like, it's like vehicle graphics. We make signage for businesses and like for personal use. We're like the main like sign shop, vehicle graphics, wraps, all kinds of things like that. We're out of Simcoe.
Nice.
One of there's a few other companies around, but it's I think my boss has owned Stripe Art for now. It's got to be pushing 30 years. So, and I've been there for 13. And
have you talked to your boss about what's his opinion on like AI and the threat of this generated graphics and things? Does that worry you at all?
You know what? I'm not really worried, because as much as AI can pull off and you can like ask it a few simple things and it'll throw something out, every customer that comes through our door and they're like, I've got this image I want to do lately, I can look at it and I go, it's AI. It came off AI. It has this aesthetic to it. So I know it's AI. And for a lot of people, that's good enough. They just want something that looks nice.
Someone who's looking to spend no more than $100 on a logo.
Yeah, for sure.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
And I mean, a lot of people don't have that money to spend because logos can actually get really expensive. Like for the time you put in the effort. And that's one thing as a graphic designer, it's hard to sell creativity, especially if somebody's not in if they're like digging holes and building decks, and they just that aspect is like foreign to them. So
I ran into that issue here locally because obviously I live here, I'm not moving anywhere, and working in the commercial world, there's only so many in a rural area brands, companies that will have a marketing budget and will pay for commercial work, proper, good, stuff that takes a while and some thought. And so, a lot of my work ended up being in Toronto. Long commuting, long days.
Yeah.
So sort of had to pivot, And so it is like, I understand you work with Stripe Art, but the stuff that you do independently are your clients local, or where are you where are you finding these people?
I do a lot of work for local people if I've get through meeting people.
Yeah.
And then my name gets passed around.
Like obviously you're a well-known local artit. We'll just say that.
And
especially because of your map design.
Okay. Yeah, the map thing, I think a bit of people know who I am.
Yeah.
But, the odd time I'll meet somebody and they'll be like, oh, you did that, or you're you're Ryan and such. And I'm like, oh, how do you know me? Because I'm like, I don't like think that anybody knows me, but
I knew you before we met.
oh, okay,
I knew who you were.
okay.
You're a well-known artist.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool.
I know
didn't
you'd
know
be a
that.
little modest, but like
Yeah.
you were a well-known artist for
All
sure
right.
in Norfolk
Okay.
County. Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
yeah, that's cool. I I do, a lot of work locally. I've done some things outside, our area.
Well, when you were saying,
Yeah.
do you want to swing over to that Dragon's Den story?
Yeah, sure.
Is that a good segment to?
Yeah, that's
okay.
a cool segue.
I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Like it's very cool. I never thought that I'd be involved with something like that, kind of like
Right.
high profile. But yeah,
Just Drew.
Before we wrap it up, I just want to say thank you for listening to this episode and to the Just Drew podcasts. I really enjoy bringing interesting guests to you, great conversations, and amazing stories from Norfolk and beyond. If you enjoy the show, the best way to support it is to follow and subscribe wherever you listen to it. So that means Spotify, YouTube, Instagram. Every comment, every share, like, subscription really genuinely helps the podcast grow so I can continue to bring you some amazing guests. Anyways, I just want to say thank you and back to the episode.
I have been working with a company. I don't work with them anymore. I'm still friends with them and all that, but they're so big now that they've got the dollars and they've got like a actual big like creative company they work with and all that. But yeah, I started off with this company doing some design for them. They were called Beatbox Beverages, and I got connected with them when they were just business students at the University of Texas at Austin, and it was through some website where you could like put in bids and stuff like that, and then they'd pick who they want to use and whatever. So anyways, I got connected with them through that, and they were just like students at the time, and they had this idea for this new alcohol that was suited towards like partying and like college, university in the States. Excuse me. And so we worked through the whole process and eventually developed their brand, like their logo and packaging, and it was this alcohol that's like wine based, but like
Interesting.
I think it was originally made with like a liquor made from like oranges, but it was like tasteless. And then you could go and you could flavor it any way you wanted. And
was it kind of like a spritzer or like a seltzer?
Non-carbonated.
Non-carbonated. Okay.
And like a kind of like a cocktail.
Okay.
And yeah, they could flavor it any way they wanted. And so it was like 11%, and it came in like boxed wine. Like it came in a bladder in a box. And they're like, I think originally they wanted to call it Boombox. And then they got looking and it was infringing on some other company.
I think Boombox is the actual brand, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they pivoted to Beatbox. They changed it up. And I tweaked the logo, and we designed the logo, all the packaging that for the original box, and made it look like a ghetto blaster, and all neon colors and flashy.
I see. So you kind of hold the box on your shoulder.
Yeah,
that's actually really smart marketing.
And through that, like, I was like, I'm not sure how many years older I was than them, but I was like already out of college and kind of like not quite as into the whole scene. But so I learned a bunch through them too. And
Did you ever go down there?
Yeah, I've been to Austin to hang out with a couple of the people that started it.
Hang out,
yeah.
Right. Business meetings.
Yeah, business meetings for sure.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
I went down with a friend of mine, Graydon, a local guy, and we went to Austin, and they took us around to a couple of like the cool bars at the time. And there's this street, it's called Rainy Street, and that's like all kinds of cool bars down there. And then 6th Street in Austin, which is like a huge party zone for Austin. They shut the street down on like Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, and you can walk on the street. It's kind of like it's a big party zone. And so they took us around there, and we like hung out, seen some like music events and stuff like that, and that was a great time. And so that was, then they like told me at the time they had like made this thing where they were going to be on Shark Tank in the States, and I was like, holy crap. And so then I had to like sign all these things because it was like all the design that I did, and they're like, you're cool with this being on like TV, and I was like, let me think about it. Yeah, cool. Like, that's pretty awesome. And so they go on Shark Tank, and they're wearing like tank tops with the logo on it, and they've got the packaging and all this stuff. And I was like, oh, this is crazy surreal. And they did amazing, and they made a deal with Mark Cuban for $1 million.
Jesus.
And it's just snowballed from there. I still kept doing some design for them for the first little while. And then once things really took off with like Mark Cuban and stuff, they, I think that's when they pivoted to like
it becomes corporate.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like, they're like, well, we got this designer in Port Dover, Canada. And it's like, I'm sure the conversation's like, okay, that's nice, but we got these people in LA or wherever. And I mean, I'm not even bitter or anything. I was like, I understand that. I'm not gonna be all like, no, you can still use me, man. Come on, please. I'm just glad to be connected to it. It's cool. And so they made that deal with Mark Cuban, and then it's like, it's just snowballed. They've like become like sponsors of all kinds of music festivals in like Vegas, and they've got like collaborations with like Shaquille O'Neal's got his own flavor of beatbox.
Really?
Yeah.
You should have
I'm drawing a blank.
not so much signed for royalties, but sort of made a clause where you get unlimited beatbox supplies, like for life. You know what I mean?
Can I just walk into a store and be like,
yeah, you have like a gold card.
Yeah, it's like a special like ID.
Yeah.
And they're just like, here you go, sir.
You ever seen like the McDonald's gold card?
No.
That's a thing.
Is it really?
Yeah. I don't know. They'll give it out to certain people.
Okay.
And I was reading, I don't know if it was a politician or a celebrity, but McDonald's gave a gold card out to this particular person. And so any location in the world, you show this gold card, free food.
Just order what you need.
You need a gold card for beatbox.
I know. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to at you beatbox. That's a cool story.
Yeah, no,
cool.
It's very cool. And
nice.
They, and then I think they had a collaboration with Canadian Avril Lavigne because they do.
Just realized my phone light's on. I'm gonna keep going. Avril Lavigne.
Yeah. She. I think they did a collaboration with her with some music festival, and I think she was like Pink Lemonade or something like that.
Okay.
The flavor that she had, and it had all kinds of cool I think it had like graffiti on the package or something like that.
There we go. Oh yeah.
But they've I don't know if they've gotten away from the big boxes now.
Mm-hmm.
Because everywhere like now it's all over the place in the States. It's like those Tetra Packs in the individual, and you can like drink them out of that. So every time I go to the States, and even in Buffalo now, you can find them in Buffalo. So, and actually my brother sent me a picture like 2 nights ago. He's like, look what I got. And it's like a picture of a couple of different flavors of beatbox. I was
nice.
Like, where did you get that? He's like, convenience store down the road from my place in London.
Oh, really?
I was like, oh crap. So then I Googled it, and it's like something about like Toronto distribution. So I think they've worked their way into Canada, but they just made like a crazy sale of like a high percentage of the company to Anheuser-Busch.
Okay.
In the States. And it was like just shy of like $500 million. It's just crazy. But like,
I understand why you would want to do that, because you're set for life. Mm-hmm. You can use that money to further do other projects that are on your mind. At the same time, the reason I sigh is because these corporations are just waiting. You know, they don't need to make new things anymore. They wait for these startups to come up with something interesting, work with a great graphic designer, expand the brand, and then we're just gonna buy it,
scoop them up,
and then
everybody's happy too. Like, I mean, I'm sure they're.
Why wouldn't you be?
Yeah.
Right. And they put a lot of work in, and they've been probably busting their ass for 10 years, and great, now we can live a dream life. But at the same time, now you have these corporations who, in almost every kind of aspect of capitalism, you have like the three big conglomerates who own the entire liquor industry. Now you have media with Paramount and like this you know what I mean? So there's merging. Like, it's just 2 to 3 companies that own everything. And I was kind of learning about that through the liquor world with all these tariffs, and things aren't really Canadian. And like the company that owns like Bacardi owns, oh my god, like 40% of the market. You don't even realize, like, Canadian products that you think are Canadian, and Crown Royal's kind of Canadian but kind of not
anymore.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I saw an example. Someone had going. They had a can of Sapporo, the Japanese beer, and they're like, there's a sticker on it, and it says product of Canada, but if I peel off the sticker, it's product of the USA, and like, they're lying to us and stuff. And I just so happened to hear like the whole story like a couple months prior, and it's like, okay, that's not exactly like, okay, let's step back for a second. I think the cans, the certain size, the 650,
the big one,
those massive cans. Yeah. The can itself was made in the U.S., and then the product is actually still from Vietnam, I think is where it's produced. And then, so it was just a fact of like, they need this. And Sleeman's in Canada has the rights to Sapporo for Canada. So all the other sizes they make at Sleeman's, and I'm not sure where it is now, but
that would make sense because they have the whole infrastructure for it.
Yeah.
So,
but something about that can, they don't have the manufacturing for that size of can.
I see.
So they just buy the can from the States and slap a sticker on it.
I know the exact can you're talking about. It's kind of sexy.
Yeah, it's big too.
Oh, and it's beveled. It has like, it's not round.
No,
it has like a,
it's got like
an octagon almost.
Yeah, like 20
beveled sides
to it. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's very cool.
It's nice.
It's cool packaging. It's and it's pretty good beer too. But yeah,
it's great beer.
It's like, no, it's not.
Yeah,
it's not an American product that they're like sneaking into our liquor store. So
the convenience store down the road is owned by a Japanese family.
Okay.
And so they have Sapporo, and there's another Japanese beer. It's even drier, but I like it. It's like Sari or Sahari, or starts with an S. But so they always have Sapporo, and I've been sort of acclimatized to it because it's just there.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I grab, I gotta grab some lemons or whatever, some eggs, and it's like, So I was buying those great big beveled, those beveled cans. I'm like, I kind of like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a big beer.
I get it. Like the clothes we buy for the folk are strictly Canadian, but obviously you can't grow cotton here.
No.
Right? So the cotton comes from somewhere else.
Yep.
And the wool comes from somewhere else. But it's the actual raw fabric is imported here, turned into the clothing here.
Yep.
Distributed here, made by Canadians, all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, you gotta. There's only so many things you can do. So
yeah, the can is made in America, yes, but it's
the beer in that can is Vietnam, and then it all just kind of. But other than that, the different sizes of Sapporo are all they're made in Canada. So,
but obviously, excluding all the tariffs and all this bullshit with the States, but I would much rather a can come from our neighbor here than halfway across the world.
Yeah, for sure.
Makes sense logistically and environmentally and all that stuff. So.
Yeah. I don't get too caught up in that.
Yeah.
Like some people are pretty.
Oh, I know.
They get.
I know.
pretty irate about all that
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, I'm like,
It is what it is.
yeah, and a lot of people like they're canceling their trips to the States and stuff, and
I don't blame them.
yeah, and we like just me and my wife, we choose to, we know that things aren't great because like what's going on with like leadership and stuff like that. But I mean, I look at it as I want to go somewhere, I want a certain experience. If I want to go to, New Orleans, or I want to go to Buffalo to see a Bills game or something like that, I can't go to New Orleans and Brantford. You know what I mean? It's a different experience. And you can't fault all the people for what a few people are choosing and whatnot. So, I mean, we go, whether if it's something we want to do, we go and do it.
I was in Vegas in August
Yeah.
for a bachelor party, and I was like, I don't blame this guy. Like, it's very expensive to go anywhere in Europe right now. Mm-hmm. So flights are pretty cheap down there. Obviously, they want Canadians to come.
Yep.
And it's a perfect location to celebrate a wedding with a bunch of dudes.
Yeah.
So let's do it.
Yeah, it's cool.
It was great.
Yeah.
And even like a lot of the dealers and stuff in casinos were like, thank you for coming down here. Like, we need your business. I'm like, well, maybe tell your president that, but
yeah, that's just
even now the
thing.
casinos are offering Canadians to come down and they can spend Canadian dollar.
Oh, really?
And have equivalent.
Wow,
that's how desperate they are.
I know when we went to Florida in November 2025, just the November that passed, and the exchange rate at that time, it was like 62 cents.
That's rough.
And then I remember, I don't know, it's been a while now, like 3 weeks ago or something, I checked, and it was like pushing 75. And I was like, oh, that's better. It's still not great, but it's getting better. And yeah.
I do know Canadians will have, some Canadians I know will have American banks. When it's close, they'll buy, store it in the American bank, and then when they're ready to travel there, they're not hurting as much, right?
Yeah.
You buy it when it's low.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's, and in terms of like, it being, people have concerns about safety and all that. We went down last May to see this musician that I absolutely love to listen to.
Who's that?
His name is Andrew Duhon.
Okay.
And he's
wow,
from New
anyone
Orleans.
with Drew is probably really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people probably call him Drew. Like
those are fake Drews.
His buds. Oh, those are fake.
Those
Drews.
are fake Drews.
Yeah, because you're 100% Drew.
I'm 100% just Drew.
Just Drew.
Just Drew, baby.
Drew, yeah. Yeah.
But if an Andrew goes by Drew, I'll let it fly.
That's cool. You're
But I see you though. I see you though.
Yeah, yeah.
What kind of music does he make?
He's like kind of I don't know if you'd call him like Americana or but he's got like some rock vibe to it.
Okay.
And
like Lumineer esque?
yeah, he could like he could like be on a bill with them.
Okay.
And he wouldn't be out of place for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. He's from New Orleans and never really like he never comes up to Canada, and he was going on tour, and I introduced my wife to him, and she like absolutely loves him now, and so I was like, I'm gonna check and see how close he comes up, and so we looked, and he was playing in a place called Thomas, West Virginia. And so I Googled it. It was like a 7 or 8 hour drive, but I was like, might be a fun like weekend away or something like that. So we did it, and it was like just last May, and people were canceling vacations to the States because Trump had just been in for a little while, right? At that time, and things were already like going nuts. And people were canceling trips, and I was like, well, we're going to go, like, whatever. I want to see this guy play more than I don't like what's going on or whatever. So we drove down there, and once you get away from like not paying attention to media and all that stuff, you'd never know. People are super nice. Like nothing. It's like driving down around here, and it was West Virginia. You're thinking like It's gonna be super redneck territory.
Yeah, red state.
Yeah.
Yeah. But sometimes those are the nicest people, and, you know, their philosophy may be flawed a little bit, or perhaps they voted for someone you would never vote for, but doesn't mean you can't get along.
No.
Which is kind of what I preach on this podcast. It's like, you know, any kind of dialogue's good dialogue, you know. You can't just close a certain demographic off just because you disagree with them.
Mm-hmm. And I find, like, lately it's like way more over the top than it used to be.
Yeah.
Because, you know, people used to be from both sides of the spectrum.
Yeah.
And there was never any issue. But I only see maybe in the last, like, 10 years or so, it's been so bad where it's like, no, you're either this or you're that, and we don't want nothing to do with you. And, blah, blah, blah. And it's like,
I hate that.
I don't like it. I'm like, that's not for me. So that's why I choose, just almost in like defiance. I'm like, we're going to go down there. We're going to have a good time. So we went and saw them, and it was great. People were all nice. And it was a like nice small venue called the Purple Fiddle, which...
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great
it's
place.
Actually a bunch of people, for some reason, it must be like a well-known place to make a stop on a smaller tour, because a couple weeks later, it was like Afro Man was going to be there.
No shit.
And it's like this, yeah, the street it's on is a one-way street, on like a two-street, like upper and lower of this like little town by like in the middle of these mountains. But it was great, and I got to like meet him and talk with him, and it was cool. And he's like, "Oh, where'd you drive from, man?" And I'm like, "Oh, just like, you know, on the edge of Lake Erie in the north in Canada." He's like, "Oh, Canada." He's like, "I got some good feelings for Canada. I dated a girl from Edmonton for like 9 years or something." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." He's like,
Also, weed is legal here, Afro Man.
"Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know, one of the most iconic songs of all time.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah." Oh, that was Andrew Duhon I was talking to.
Oh, okay.
Not Afro Man.
Oh, not Afro Man.
No.
Okay.
No,
I thought you were talking to Afro Man.
Oh, no. We drove down for the Andrew Duhon.
Okay.
Because he was coming up kind of close.
Sorry,
Enough, yeah.
I got confused. I heard Afro Man. I got super excited that you were not Afro Man.
Yeah, no, not Afro Man, no. So, yeah. So that was cool. And, yeah, it was a fun experience.
Nice.
Never been. And it's always weird when you get to, like, I don't know. I've always, like, you see these people as, like, I never, like, say hello or have a conversation with certain people or whatever. So it's always neat when you get to, like, kind of meet somebody that you've got, like, some appreciation for.
Well, and that's, you know, did you grow up here?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the beauty of Norfolk, I find. I grew up in a large city, and so, you know, of 500,000 people, it's probably closer to 650 now, 7. You don't really do that in the city. You don't just, "Hey, how's it going?" to a stranger. Here you do.
Yeah.
Here you do. And I, you know, immediately when I moved here, I was like, this is great. Like, you just, you know, maybe you're pumping gas and you just have a conversation with a guy. Like, that would not happen in a city. It just doesn't.
Yeah, no.
It just doesn't.
Yeah, it's just kind of that, like, personable, small town kind of vibe.
I love it.
Everybody's approachable.
It's my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Almost everybody.
Almost, yeah. Almost. You get some people that...
Yeah. So, your wife from here too?
Yeah, she was born and raised... Where did she grow up? I think she grew up... I think it was like... out by like... What's the name of that place? Out by like Vanessa Way, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, she grew up there.
Okay.
And like had lived in Simcoe and stuff. I was born in Simcoe. Spent up until like grade 1, I believe, in Delhi. And then moved to Simcoe, and that's where I went to school all the way up until finishing high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then...
now you have a family of your own.
Yeah, and bought a house in Port Dover back in like when it was still affordable. So I got lucky. A couple of things fell into place, so I'm thankful for that. And it was like 2013, I think, the year Mumford's on. I think it was 2013. Yeah. Same year.
Yeah, around there, 2012. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. You went to that, I assume?
I did.
Yeah.
It was.
I did
awesome.
also, but from Hamilton.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously came from Hamilton.
Yeah.
I had no idea I was going to end up here, but I did.
Nice. Yeah. That was quite the experience for a small community.
I know there was this push to kind of do something similar a few years ago. Like, again, they want to kind of recreate that, but like, what a magical thing, man.
Yeah.
Like, the entire town, for those not listening for those listening that aren't from Norfolk or weren't around then, Muffin and Sons came, and I think specifically on this tour, they were hunting down smaller towns, right?
Yeah, it was.
But it wasn't just them. It was a massive festival.
Mm-hmm.
And the entirety of the town shut down, and you could just walk around downtown Simcoe, no cars, no nothing.
Yeah.
Like, just bar hop, people everywhere, stores everywhere, like...
Yeah, they had
my God,
some great ideas too along with that. Like, I remember walking from downtown towards the fairgrounds to go to the concert. Like, because it was over the course of like 2 days too. Yeah. And the one time walking from downtown to the fairgrounds, and it's like, a lot of some of the streets were blocked off, and there's like, and it had like the branding and stuff all applied to it. So I was like, okay, that's cool. Like, kind of like just observing how that was all done. And there'd be like a upright piano with like the branding and stuff that like, the marketing people had like, or whoever like come up with the ideas had placed it there, and people would be playing the piano.
That's so cool,
and it was just
man.
on your way there.
Yeah.
And it was cool. But yeah, I think it's hard to pull it off for like, whoever was trying to recreate that, because it was just like Norfolk committees or whatever, but
it's a colossal effort.
Yeah. That original, that was Live Nation money behind that. So, and they got everybody and fortunately with Stripe Art, we printed a lot of like signage and stuff for that.
For that?
So, yeah, I kept it in a folder just
Nice.
because it's cool too. I had the official branding package for so I was like, I'm gonna keep this.
Are you allowed to print that out?
Probably
I feel like
not.
people would buy that.
But I always said if I ever had like a man cave, like a nice basement, which the house I have doesn't have a basement, but if we ever move to another house someday and I've got a whole, like I can have a rec room or like a man cave, I'm totally printing out some of that stuff, like big cool things. The walls.
Yeah.
100%. I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I will for personal use.
I feel like as long as you're not making a profit out of it, I don't see the harm.
Don't sell it. No.
I don't see the harm.
What's amazing is it's still the that one building downtown Simcoe still got that sign on it with the he had a name, the guy with the mustache.
Yeah.
Like it actually has a name in the files. Like they call the guy something. I'll have to look it up. I'll let you know what his name is.
Let's call him Mustache.
Mustache Man.
Mustache Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. What a
Yeah, it's cool.
I was very happy to at least experience that, not even knowing I would eventually live here, but
yeah, it was really cool. And yeah, it was all like small towns, because there was one like small town in Ohio.
Yeah, he was specifically picking.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I guess you'd have to probably submit your town, but somehow Simcoe got it.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I know they had come down, and like only people that would have known them would have like spotted it out, but a couple of the guys came down and did like a tour of, I think they were out at Burning Kiln.
That's right, they were.
Places,
yeah. They did a little local tour.
Yeah, they kind of scoped out the joint.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool, man.
Yeah, it was a great experience too.
What how are we doing here for time? Okay. I always do a rapid.
Is this accurate on the coffee table?
What does that say?
3:43.
No.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it is. Yeah. We've been chatting for a bit.
The coolest coffee table I've seen.
Right? I needed it as like a talking piece, and I needed something cool, and I was like, well, I have this whole cocktail theme around the podcast. I mean, like, well, really convenient if there's like a fridge right here.
Yeah.
So
That's
if
amazing.
anybody wanted something, they wouldn't have to get up.
Yeah. That's just another thing I'm gonna have to put in my memory.
It's got speakers on the side too. It's
what?
That's what the music was playing out of. Was the table as well? Yeah. So music, fridge, tempered glass. All.
Be a perfect match for. I saw this wicked cool couch in Leon's in Simcoe one time. I was wasting some time while I was waiting to go to an appointment. Walk through there, and it was this couch that had like speakers in it, and you lift off the thing, and it was like chilled air.
I knew you were going there.
I was like, this thing is. Oh, and it even like vibrated with like movies, like it would pick up the bass, and I was like, I kind of need this, but I don't have room for it.
How much was it? 10 grand?
It wasn't that much, but it was
up
still,
there.
it was like, for a couch? What?
Yeah.
It was nuts. It
Piece
was
of
like,
tech.
I think it was like 6 or 7 grand. It was crazy.
I mean, it's not terrible, but
Yeah.
it's a lot for a couch.
Yeah. Right now, having cats that are not declawed, I would never get it because it would be shredded.
I'm lucky. He won't touch this kind of material here that you're sitting on, or this. Destroys my chair though, and he likes things that like he can sort of dig his closet and pull. If it's like a clean leather, which I think is what most people struggle with cats, won't touch it.
Yeah.
I just got lucky. I don't know.
Our one cat, I got a leather recliner.
Okay.
That's how I know I was old, because I was like, last year I was like, I want a lazy boy. I'm like, I know that's like admitting that I'm like now like kind of
Yeah, I used to have one.
but I got a brand new leather lazy boy
They're nice.
in a couple of months. Our one Siamese cat.
Went to town on it.
Yeah, the one whole corner of the arm was just. I was like, oh. But
I wonder if it's
that was
just
my fault for thinking that I could have something nice with cats with claws.
yeah,
so-
just
Oh well,
just
whatever.
put some duct tape on it, you know.
Yeah. I'll get some brown vinyl.
Yeah,
Stick it on there.
yeah. You're a designer.
I'll just wrap it.
Make it work.
Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah, decal the whole thing. Wrap
Yeah,
the
yeah.
whole chair again. Put it.
Dress it up like a NASCAR.
Yeah,
Why not?
be fine.
Racing stripe.
Yeah, yeah, man. Okay, I got some rapid fire questions here for you. Is there anything you want to touch on before I sort of like wrap it up a little bit? Is there anything we haven't touched on? We touched on stripe. Obviously, you're like, I guess we didn't really explain this logo.
Oh yeah, we got
Like, it's-
talking about the glass and then.
It's pretty famous. Like, this is around town.
Yeah.
How did this come to be? Because I think
so
everybody knows this.
I think I originally designed it close to, but maybe slightly after, like when Mumford and Sons were in town.
Okay.
So it's definitely been around at least 10, 12 years.
It's so cool, man.
But yeah, I originally designed it. Like, I mean, it's not an original idea. I saw some like a map of, I don't know if it was like street names or something in New York City, and it was kind of like how it had names and going in different directions. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. So I played off that idea, and then I was like, I'll do Norfolk County, but I'll do it in the shape of Norfolk County, and everything is like generally in the location
Where it's supposed
it
to
is.
be. Yeah.
Like, obviously there's only so much I could do to figure out to fit everything where it needed to go, but generally everything is in the place of it. And
so cool.
yeah, so I did that, and I first started out doing like screen printed posters, which I think, does Eric do everything? He
Everything.
pulls everything you guys sell.
Everything.
Yeah, so he knows exactly like, the whole screen printing thing.
I said, be careful, man. I don't want you to have like an arthritis claim when we,
Make
know,
sure he doesn't get carpal tunnel.
that's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. So yeah, and I bought a screen printing kit off this like do-it-yourself screen printing website thing, and so I've got like a one color screen setup, and I printed a whack of posters, and it like people loved it. I was like, oh, this is cool, and I originally started selling them like by myself, and people could come pick them up where I worked or at my house. And then I got connected with Robin that owns 13 Reasons.
Yep.
And that was like a main location for me to sell the maps originally. And
Good spot, by the way. We are officially in there for the first time ever.
yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
you're
when
doing
she
great.
finally opened after that whole accident that had happened. The car drove into the... and she was like, yeah, I got the folk coming in.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh, that's
It's been
cool.
great.
And then, yeah, you guys got a nice little setup in there. And, yeah, after the posters, then I was like, I moved on and had T-shirts available, but they were like the baseball jersey style, so like the 3/4 sleeve.
Yeah.
And I sold those, and I must have had it out a year or so before I bought my house, because literally I sold so many posters and T-shirts that I pretty much exclusively used that money for the down payment on my house.
No shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was so popular. And so now I kind of feel like I'm like beating a dead horse now because it's been around forever. But people still ask for it. So
I don't think so.
I make sure it's available.
I think it's just so synonymous and iconic. It's just such a, it's almost becoming like this generational image.
Yeah,
in Norfolk, like it's
fun. A lot of people. I've had a couple of people order custom. I've printed it on like artist canvas. Some people got like 4-foot big versions.
Yeah,
of it
would you print me one out?
Sure.
Did you notice the photo, like that wall we're kind of working on upstairs in the kitchen?
No,
I'll show you it after.
I was admiring your island.
Oh, okay. We're kind of working on this. We have a huge wall and just images and photos. I would love to put that up there.
Let me know if you want like a canvas thing or like a poster print or
I'll talk to the
size.
boss.
Just tell yeah.
Yeah.
See what she says. And
Okay.
What size you want.
Okay.
And
I'll
print
appreciate
you up
that.
something custom.
Sweet.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, and it's on like the side of buildings and.
Yeah, that was when Canada turned 150. There was like grants and stuff available, and so I talked to Adam Very, who's like, I don't know if he was the counselor for Dover at the time, but I've known him for like probably 15 years now, and he's like, would you be interested maybe doing this on some walls? And I was like, yeah, sure. He's like, okay, we'll figure out what it would cost and whatnot, and there's like money available for art and different things. And yeah, so I did like the 5 big towns.
That's cool.
In Norfolk, and I painted them on, and the one in Dover still exists, but the building, the brick, I don't know if it's from like road salt or what, but it's in such bad shape.
I see.
It's deteriorated.
Oh, I see.
And the painting has come off. So like, if you're ever wondering where that whole section, it's like literally the brick is crumbling away.
Would the county, I wonder if the county would like kind of cover the cost to redo it.
I don't know. I always thought about contacting the owner of the building and seeing if
That's
he's
true.
like, I'm like, you want me to like fix it up, and maybe if you can like, help me out with the cost of like the materials and something, I'll fix it up. And then the one in Simcoe is on the side of Leon's.
Yes, that's the one I know.
And
iconic.
I am knock on wood. No one's like done any kind of like graffiti or vandalizing of it, which blows me away because it's like right downtown Simcoe.
Yeah.
And there's graffiti other places, but nope. And then the only one that I think like 100% you can't see anymore is in Port Rowan, because I did it on the side of the grocery store.
Okay.
But they've re-sided the grocery store.
Oh.
So it's there, but it's under some like new siding.
I see.
So it's gone. But
would you be open to doing some new ones?
I probably would. Yeah.
I'm just.
It was fun.
I'm putting it out there. I don't know. I don't know who listens to this.
Yeah.
So
there was some talk one time. I was talking with Catherine, who worked with for the fair. We were tossing around the idea of doing a big one on somewhere on the fairgrounds.
Hell yeah, on the side of the grandstand or something.
Nothing ever came of it, but I was open to it. So.
Oh, I'm gonna respark that combo.
Yeah, if anybody wants at the fair, like Angela or somebody wants to.
Angela? Who? Yeah.
Shoot
Anyone
me a
from
message.
the team?
I'm easy to work.
That'd be cool. Yeah, it's so iconic.
Yeah.
Spread it around. Well, that's super neat, man. Yeah, I'm definitely going to follow up with that, and I need like a print on that wall up there. Definitely.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I like. Yeah.
So, do you own the design?
Yeah, it's mine. I designed it from scratch. So.
Okay. All right. Maybe we should do I wonder if we could do like a collab or something like that.
Sure.
I know.
I mean, I'm not.
Do you screen print anymore?
I'll do the posters. I don't have like the proper platen for like sliding the shirts on.
Okay.
And
would you be open to it being on shirts?
Yeah, I mean, I've had them on shirts a bunch of times. So if you
okay.
if you want to discuss maybe like
we should
bringing it back to life.
I think so.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I have no problems with that.
Okay. We should discuss.
Sure.
Okay. I can hit you with a rapid fire round. You ready?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Nothing provocative.
I might go
That's okay.
stutter a bit. But
Then we know it's real.
sure.
Then the
Yeah,
audience
that's true.
knows I didn't tell you these beforehand.
Oh, okay.
Unless you're a very good actor.
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, no, not a good actor.
Okay. What's the weirdest idea you've ever had to actually follow through on for like an art piece? Could be physical, design, anything that would be sort of out there.
Okay, I actually do have an example. So there used to be this art competition at the fair, and the prize money was actually astronomical for something at the fair. You know how you usually win like $5 for first place or whatever. First place was like $2,500.
Whoa.
And it was the art competition, which then I had took over at one point, and I was the chair of the committee.
Okay.
Anyways, but COVID kind of killed it, and getting volunteers, it was hard. So, but anyways, when I think it was my first year entering it, you could enter 2 pieces. My one piece got in, the other piece got turned down because I had this whole idea, because I love making things dark and cool and edgy, but I'll just kind of take weird ideas and run with it. Anyways, working in like vinyl and stuff, I go through a lot of razor blades.
Okay.
So I did this whole painting, and it was like this angel, and her wings were made of like discarded like razor blade pieces. Every time you stab, I kept them all in like a big bucket. And the substrate I was using was like this like ultra high density urethane foam stuff. So then anyways, I did all the painting and whatever, and then I like hand pushed in with like pliers the razor blades and did her wings in razor blades. And I took it, and I remember like and they always have judges from different like art galleries and stuff across Canada or Ontario, and they're like, Ryan, we need you to come and pick up the one piece. It didn't get accepted. I was like, okay, cool, I'll come get it. And then I show up, and they're all like kind of giggling and laughing, and they're like, it's actually a new rule we're gonna like develop, that it can't be like harmful to people, because she's like, we can't hang that up. People are gonna come in here and
I was gonna ask, did it
slash
have a warning label?
Yeah, and it was all like, and they just laughed. And I mean, it was years after, and they were still joking. They're like, "You're the reason why we got this one rule." Oh my god! Because it was all like razor blades, and I was like, "Yeah, I guess."
It's cool though.
Hindsight being 2020 is probably not
Hey,
great for that.
when
but
handling, be careful.
yeah.
Huh.
Handle with care.
Handle with care.
But yeah, that was a crazy idea I had.
It's a cool idea. I mean, I guess you could blunt them, but like, why?
Yeah.
Why? Huh. Interesting. Okay, that's a good. That's a great answer.
Okay. Thanks.
Well, that leads me into the next one. If your art had a warning label, what would it say?
If I had a warning label, it maybe might offend some people, because I might like have like I don't know, maybe like a concept I come up with. Or so one of the pieces I did, it didn't offend anybody, because it was kind of like making fun of political situation, so everybody was cool with it. But when I did this series of squirrels, and they're all wearing hats,
I know them. Yeah.
which I'll tell you my inspiration first for how I got for the series.
All right.
Is I was outside working on a car, and I had to pee, and I was like living in the country at the time, and so I went around the garage, and I was like peeing in the back by the bush, and there was a squirrel running up a tree, and he's like sitting there, and I'm like peeing, and then the idea came to me, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do paintings of squirrels, and maybe if they were wearing hats, different kinds of hats, cool hats, like funky hats and stuff. So that's how I come up with that idea. But the one painting I did was wearing a baseball cap, and it was the "Make America Great Again" Trump hat. Because when I did it, it was it was like right when Trump was coming in the first time, or it was the election or whatever. So anyways, but it doesn't say make America great again. It says make walnuts great again. And I named him Donald the squirrel. And then I had a Mountie, a squirrel with a Mountie hat. Yeah. And there was actually a lady out of Dover that somehow loved to collect art that I did, and she had bought the two pieces, the Canadian Mountie and the Donald Trump squirrel. That was but yeah, sorry, what was the question again?
It was a warning label.
Warning label. Yeah, so it might offend people. That wasn't exactly offensive, but yeah, I've got some ideas.
Yeah,
I had one about anti-vaxxers, because me and my stepson used to make anti-vax jokes. But and I had the painting for sale in a art thing, and they're actually there might be people that might not like that. You want to pull it. I was like, wait, isn't this the whole idea of art is to kind of
I think art should be provocative. Yeah. That's kind of the point. Yeah. It's you need to be able to make fun of things. Yeah. If you can't make fun of things, what's the point? You can't take it seriously if it can't be made fun of.
No. And it wasn't even the piece itself wasn't offensive. It was the title of the piece.
What was the title?
It was anti-vax kids have the sickest parties. It just came to me. I was like, not even that I believe it. Because I was
I'd buy it.
Whatever. But, yeah. And it's that's not even necessarily my views. I just coming up with stuff. Yeah.
Do you think where do you think creativity comes from? Is it something you sort of deliberately sit down to set out for, or does it just kind of hit you and then you're like, shit, I got to make something right now? Or both?
For me, the more I try, the less successful I am at it. So for me, it comes at any random time. That's when when I get my best ideas.
Could be,
but some people are prolific. I have a good friend that actually got me into making my art, and because he's a local artist, and he was like, you need to start creating more and start displaying them and get into it and stuff like that. And I always just watch him and just shake my head holy crap, because the guy he's prolific. You could be sitting down to try and figure something out, and he's got ideas nothing. Just comes to him.
Yeah.
But and then I was like, yeah, that's definitely not me.
Yeah.
I got to work for it.
I think everybody. Do you have a process when you're getting ready to maybe? You're okay, I'm gonna sit down and work on this piece. Do you have something to sort of get your mindset right?
Usually it's probably putting on some music that I'm into at the time. Same
here.
For me, definitely music, and it's even certain kinds of music. Just the melody of it or something like that just puts me almost in a mind frame that I love to kind of lock myself into.
Yeah.
And it's a comfort thing, and you're working in that.
I like that.
And
I'm the same way.
But yeah, the ideas themselves, I could be when I'm driving, or I just use any time to try.
Do you write it down? Do you carry a notepad with you or anything like that?
If it's something that I really like, and I'll just anything that's handy, something my phone or something, I'll punch it into my notes. Okay. So I can look back from notes for 10 years ago. I still got my phone, because that's another thing that my wife always makes fun of me. She's like, "You're a hoarder," and I'm like,
"Of thoughts."
All artists are hoarders. Yeah. I was like, every artist that I know, their workspace is not going to be crazy clean and stuff. Yeah. They're a little bit scattered, but yeah. So, but yeah, I hoard ideas for sure. I've got notes in my phone that are a dozen years old.
I think my Apple Notes has maybe 400, maybe more. I don't even know. I don't know. I just categorize them all.
Yeah.
They're organized.
Oh, well,
just keep adding to them.
Good. Yeah.
Never know.
Some of them I'll look back and go,
it's I don't think
Good
there's
thing
any shame with like being like, oh, inspiration, write it down, and then a year later going, oh my god, I was crazy.
No.
Nothing
Well,
wrong with that.
That's all part of the process.
Yeah.
Right? You might pick something out of that.
Exactly.
Mesh it with this one. Bring them together.
Yeah.
Let them have a baby.
Yeah. Baby thoughts.
Baby.
Is there a piece you'll never sell?
Um,
Do you have a piece at home right now that you would never sell? Art piece?
what? I know when I first made like that poster, it's just like printed on, like the paper and stuff. But I have like the number, like I think my original was like 250 copies or something. I have number one, or do I have number one? I have one of the first copies. Anyways, it was the one that hung in my grandparents' house. So I have that. I'll never sell that one because it was just at my grandparents' house.
Yeah.
I have that. It's not hanging up. I think I actually have it hanging up at Stripe Art right now.
Do you have any other
like actual artworks? I want to say I do, but I can't think of it right now.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good answer.
There,
I would like your one of one.
I could kind of go off on a tangent and say that there's a few that I wish I hadn't sold. There's a couple, like one of the squirrel ones. I really like those. Yeah. So I wish I never sold a couple of those, but
That's
it
all right.
is what it is.
On to the next one.
Yeah. I've got another cool idea that kind of plays off of our mutual barber, Matt. There. So
Yes.
I'm working on some stuff.
Oh,
there.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was funny. I was getting a haircut yesterday, and I'm just kind of looking up. I'm like, huh, I'll be seeing him tomorrow.
yeah. I think I gave him a copy, or I don't know if he bought one from me, but I was like, you need one of these.
It's cool. He kind of burned the edges around it.
Yeah.
You said it got water damage?
Yeah,
That was very clever.
Yeah,
I
I
like
was
it.
like,
It fits the
oh, that's
vibe
neat.
there.
Yeah.
The whole rustic kind of cowboy.
Yeah, with the old like.
He's a bit of a cowboy, so
Yeah.
literally. Yeah.
Yeah,
He literally is.
he
Yeah.
like rides horses and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, no, that's cool. He like burned the edges.
Yeah, I like it.
It's like an old like
He
treasure map or something.
I gave him a folk hat once. It was like he asked for a blank white one, so I got him one, and he tie-dyed it.
Oh.
It looks fucking sick.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, if you told me you're gonna tie-dye the hat, I'm like, I'm thinking of like those typical shirts that a bunch of teenage girls will wring out in the sink, and the way he did it looks fantastic.
Oh,
Huge fan.
Yeah.
And he's like, could you mass produce this? I was like, be a lot of work to tie-dye that many hats.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's an Eric problem.
Yeah. I've got a part 2 to the screen printing process.
Right. Dream project if you had an unlimited budget.
Dream project. Probably a super like massive like mural somewhere cool.
Okay.
And then maybe like collaborate with somebody that's like in that like that world.
Okay.
So yeah.
Like a Banksy mural
Oh yeah.
in downtown Simcoe.
How cool would that be?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That would be
He
cool.
actually has a you can contact him through. He has this company that I don't even know if it's just him, but this company, it's called Pest Control, and they like authenticate.
Of course it is.
They authenticate his work, and it's like if you have just some random questions, don't message me. If you wanna like do this or whatever, don't message me. But if you've got a building that you have access to that you want something done to it, you can let me know. Like, so, but yeah, that would be fun. But yeah, there's like all kinds of really cool artists out there. But that would be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But in terms of like, yeah, I guess I would say that.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
It's a good answer.
Yeah.
Nice, man. Well, thanks so much for taking the time
Thanks for having me
to
on.
come here, man. Yeah,
Been a while,
you're
but
an
finally
artist
got there.
legend from Norfolk County. So
Well, I appreciate it.
yeah, and you're still young and still going strong.
Yeah.
And
I don't, definitely in my mind, I'm like way, younger than my actual
I feel the
age.
same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even like my coworker, he's like, I look at people and go, man, that guy's old. Then I realize I'm older than them. But in my mind, I feel so young.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, me too. I feel like I'm still in my 20s.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
But I'm like double that, so.
I read this sort of, it was kind of like a poem, but it was sort of explaining how you're every age all the time. So like sometimes you're 25 and sometimes you're 30, and when you stub your toe and you start crying, like right in that moment you're 10 again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for
you
sure.
still all of these years accumulated.
Yeah.
That was a nice way to kind of think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. That is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard someone talk about one time about how, as you get older, how time flies so fast.
I've been noticing that.
And I heard a great explanation on like kind of how to think of why that is. And it was off a podcast I was listening to. This might get me a lot of hate, but it was off a Joe Rogan podcast.
I love Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
I listen to him all the time.
Me too.
He has some views I don't agree with.
Yeah.
But the platform itself is amazing.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of guests on there that I really like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think he gets misunderstood by people. Are like, oh, he's trying to push this.
For
It's like,
sure.
he doesn't try to push anything. He just like talks about what he knows, and you can, if you choose to like blindly follow somebody, that's your problem. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't agree with everything, but I like to listen to it.
Yeah.
Because it's conversationalist.
Yeah.
And he's just naturally interested in
He has
things.
guests on too that don't go on other podcasts.
Yeah.
And this is the only podcast I can listen to them on. And I like them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, for sure.
anyways,
So-
yeah.
But yeah, the person explained that when you're 10, a year is only 1/10 of your life. So that's a long time. But when you're 40, it's like 1 year is 1/40th. So
It's perspective.
Yeah, it's a small part. So then the time goes faster.
You're comparing this year to the last 10 years, but when you're 40, you're comparing this next 12 months to the last 40 years, not the last 10 years.
Yeah, so it's a smaller chunk, so then the time moves faster. So
I was talking about that with my cousin because I have one living grandmother, and she's 87, turned 88, I think.
Oh, okay.
And we were like, how fast does her day go? It must fly by. If my day's going fast, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of unavoidable.
Yeah. It is what it is. Just have fun, and,
Yeah.
make the best of everything.
As I've entered my 30s, it's kind of my inner philosophy has changed to like, don't hesitate so much. Like if you have something, like jump on it. Just do it.
Yep.
Do it. It might not work out because like, time's flying by. And by the time you decide to want to do it, 10 years has gone by. And it's like, fuck.
The 30s are a great time. That's when I did my most like personal growth.
Yeah.
So my 30s were like when I made a lot of stuff happen.
You experimented a little bit. You kind of know yourself better.
Yep.
I also like, I know we're talking about time flying by, but it's sort of like I feel like I can take a breath now. And in my 20s, I felt like, oh, I gotta get all this done, and now not so much.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been enjoying it though. Like, even this podcast, I was very hesitant to start. I didn't have all the equipment I wanted. I never done it before. I didn't know what the thumbnails would be like or what I wanted to call the titles or all these aspects of it. And I was like, you know what? I just need to start it.
Yeah.
The first 20 are going to be absolute trash, to me at least. And you just got to like get the reps in and get the reps in.
It's all a process and a learning experience, and as you go on, everything naturally kind of gets better.
Yeah.
More like where you want it, and
you can tweak things a little bit each time.
I do gotta say that I'm impressed, and it's nice to see that someone that starts a podcast has like stuck with it, because there's a lot of podcasts out there. People try to start, and their lives may be like they just can't like commit to it, and there's a lot of podcasts even like locally that have just there's been a couple episodes and then you haven't heard anything more. And it's nice to see that you've got like a nice collection now. Like you You still?
I think
going?
you. What episode would you be? I just put the 50th out, so I think you're the 53rd, maybe.
Okay.
That's a lot, though.
That is a lot.
Yeah, over the span of 2 years.
That's still though. That's
Yes, yeah. I obviously the
pretty good.
full-time guys do it 3-4 times a week, but
yeah.
I have a full-time job and side job and projects, and
Yeah.
I try.
And to
I
still
try.
fit it in and to like do everything like editing or like tweak
Oh
things.
yeah.
So I mean that's awesome.
I'm very excited to eventually outsource the post-production. It would be nice to finally to kind of be in the position where it's making enough money to where I can just show up, do the podcast, and
Yeah.
not worry
Yeah.
about everything else.
That-
That would be ideal.
that-
I could do more
that's
that
cool.
way. Yeah.
It's
I appreciate that though. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the dedication.
I try.
That's like that's pretty good.
It's-
Especially to like have the whole ADD thing going on.
Oh,
It's like,
yeah.
To keep that focus. That's good.
I'll be honest. I'm not always in the mood to do it, but I have them booked, and it's like it just got to happen.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you make plans a week in advance, and then when that plan pops up, you're like, oh, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But then once you're out and you're like, this is great, you know?
Yeah,
So
you're like, I'm glad I stuck with it.
yeah, I mean, maybe the night before I had a rough day and I'm in a bad mood, and well, podcast is happening whether you're in a bad mood or not. So you just kind of get into it, and then once I'm 5 minutes in, I'm like, oh yeah, this is why I do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're like, all right.
Yeah, and I don't know, conversation comes naturally to me because I'm just generally curious about people.
Yeah, and that's great.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the main thing, because you can have people from all walks of life, and as long as you just like to chat and you're curious about just
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, like I'm you get customers in all the time and from all walks of life, and it's cool.
Yep.
Some people will like spill out all kinds of things.
Oh
and it's
yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
So it's like
I won't
this is
have
fun.
anyone on. Just to be clear, I'm not going to have anybody on, but I do have a wide variety. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had some people
cool.
reach out and they're like, hey, this is kind of what I do. And it's, it's not that it's not interesting, but maybe it's just not interesting to me per se,
like, thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah. Nothing personal,
Yeah.
I do have like a pretty big list going, and I mean, the good thing about being consistent now and sort of like putting all that hard work into maintaining it over such a long span of time is now it has kind of have a reputation, and now people reach out to me, and I don't headhunt as much. The first 12 to 16 months I had a list, and it was me DMing and going after people, and now it's sort of flipped where people are starting to recognize it and reach out to me, and it's nice. It's a lot less work that way, but I obviously I have a large list though. I have people I do generally want on that I'm kind of working on. So yeah.
No, I've since I met you and knew that you were doing a podcast and stuff, I've got your podcast in my rotation.
Oh,
of
nice.
Things that I listen to. So,
Yeah.
And so now I've got earbuds in, one in, so then the other one I can hear if like things at
Something's
work and
going on,
stuff.
Yeah.
But usually all day long I'm
Nice.
listening to stuff.
Well, and
'Cause
that's why I like to have the guests sort of span a wide spectrum. It's because even like you and me love Joe Rogan, but I don't listen to every guest.
No,
because I'm not
neither do
interested
I.
in every
Yeah.
guest. So I'm like, okay, like have a graphic designer in, have an entrepreneur, a restaurant owner, a winemaker, a brewmaster, and somebody's gonna listen to one of those. So
Yep. Yeah, definitely. I pick and choose. If I see a subject, I'm like, I'm not into that.
Yeah, it's not for everybody.
Skip it.
Yeah. Nice, man. Well,
Awesome.
any where can people find you? Obviously, like social media, website. Where can they buy stuff?
I've got my Facebook is Ryan Szucs Art and Design. Instagram is at Ryan Szucs _art design, and then I have ryanszucs.com. But it's I'm still working on it. It's like a multi-year project.
Okay.
It's the back burner.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, whatever. People got Facebook and Instagram. They can find me there.
Yeah.
But it's the hardest thing to to remember is my last name is spelled Szucs.
Oh, CS.
CS,
Okay.
yeah. It's Hungarian.
and such.
So,
Is that what it,
yeah.
so that's why you were in Hungary, maybe.
yeah.
Okay.
And it's got like two little things above the U because it makes the U sound like two O's. So
Yeah.
the actual proper way to say my last name is Szucs.
Ryan Szucs.
Szucs.
Okay, so when I do your intro, I'm going to say Ryan
Ryan
Szucs.
Yeah.
Ryan Szucs.
Yeah. But yeah. So it's Hungarian. So
Cool.
But everybody says Szucs or Szucs or my phone says my name sucks. Ryan sucks. I was
Ryan
like, no, I
sucks.
don't, man. No, I don't.
No, I don't suck.
I don't suck.
That's funny.
But anyways, yeah. Damn Siri or whatever it is. Yeah. But yeah.
Any upcoming projects? Were you going to be anywhere physically? Any shows or anything like that? People can come have a convo with you? Just wondering.
No real shows.
Okay.
I'm working on some new material, like new art pieces. Like I mentioned, that's kind of like inspired by like our barber, and also I'm working on it's a Hungarian folk song.
Oh, the book. Do you want to touch on that quickly before we go?
And I'm doing the illustrations.
Yeah.
In my like art style for that. It's like rusty art kind of deal, and it's gonna have the Hungarian and the Canadian words.
Okay.
For it, and I'm thinking of working with friends of mine to put out a YouTube song or something like that, and so then people can hear the song. But the exact, I always, like, I've known it for many years, but I always forget how to say the name and stuff. But anyways, if you ever wanted to look it up, it's there is actually a version of it done by Freddie Mercury and Queen when they played Budapest back in the 80s.
Okay.
So yeah.
That makes sense, because isn't he originally from there?
No, I think he's British, and I think he's
he is British,
Indian,
but he's Indian descent. Okay,
yeah,
that makes sense.
So, but yeah, they played there, and it's called like the whole concert video is Hungarian Rhapsody, I think it's called. But
love it.
Anyways, it's a folk song, and it's a great little tune.
Nice, and you're making a children's book.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it
because
it's like a children's song. It's all about like these birds and like finding your partner. And
cool.
Like, it's just like a love.
How are you distributing it?
I haven't determined that yet.
Okay, so
I'll probably self-publish and then sell it online and maybe like find somebody that'll carry it locally. But I haven't really thought of that. I'm gonna do the art still for it. Yeah, still working on the compositions, and then I'll make the art pieces.
Cool.
And then take it from there.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
that's super cool.
It'll be fun.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, that is Ryan Szucs. Szucs. Okay. Thanks, Ryan.
Awesome. Thanks a lot for having me.
Take care, everybody. See you on the next one.
Hey, you're listening to Just Drew. Just Drew. Just Drew.